kind of an up-to-date video on the lawsuit, so I'll at least label it that anyway. Just so everybody's, just in case there's any elitist pricks in the diarrhea capital of the world, just point out I'm wearing a little fancy shirt with gold writing on it, so I'm a real human. Gotta take me seriously. Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, first I'll get to Bella, then I'll get to the Mexican guy. Yeah, well, Bella, come on, whatever. You're gonna make a stupid video, make a stupid video. So let's say, Bella, that 90% of the people on Earth agree that killing and abusing animals is wrong. Are those 90% gonna just sit around and say, okay, the rest of you 10%, you can slaughter and eat and destroy and rip the fur off of all the animals you want to, we won't do anything about it because we're anarchists? Is that what you would think that's the way it's gonna work for you too? I mean, come on. There's things we have to invest in as a society. You don't eliminate things like smallpox and polio and these kind of things unless people are forced to do something. Everybody has to invest in the plan. Okay, so yeah. Fact is that human beings are just unsustainable. You can keep thinking they aren't, but they are. They're unsustainable, okay? By their very fucking nature, they're going to keep overproducing. If you give them food, they will create babies with the food. That's just the nature of the beastie. And so obviously you can't do anything. You can't, you can't create a better environment for human beings if you're going to let the rest of them just go out and fuck the planet. It's just not going to work. But anyway, I'm not, the idea that you would sit there and take seriously comments people make in Stickam when in the middle of arguments. I mean, we could all pluck things out of our YouTube videos. We can all pluck mistakes. But to, glue yourself to the rhetoric that might be spoken in Stickam in the middle of a heated argument is really, really silly and petty. But whatever. You want to keep, pointing to the rhetoric used. That's, the skanky this or the blah 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 words. Well, that's your choice. Okay, you want to emphasize it, you emphasize it. But to me, it looks really silly. To sit there and create a whole controversy over language and then abuse the very language you create the controversy over. It's just so stupid. So I guess that's enough said. Whatever, you didn't say anything else relevant, did you? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, my name really, it isn't Francis, but whatever. So let's get to the Mexican guy. I'll call him the Mexican guy. I really don't want to get into some kind of big nose, funny face, blah blah. I mean, fuck that shit. I mean, grow up. You're supposed to be a scientist and a psychologist. Oh, come on. You're a silly person. Complaining about somebody else's rhetoric when you use things like mophead in the title of a video. And so let's go down through the list, and then you sit there and why'd you have to point out what district the lawsuit was in? I saw no need to do that. I redacted it, and then you just have to sit there and spout it out. So that was kind of dumb. I mean, eventually it probably would have come out, but there's no point in you letting it fly out of your mouth. Again, you say that nobody can sit there. Apparently, it's your logical conclusion that nobody can ever sue somebody for violating their rights without being called a litigious motherfucker. They've earned that title as soon as they file a lawsuit. I mean, it's just idiotic. It's a derogatory statement. It has the image of somebody filing frivolous or illegitimate lawsuits, and the minute you're saying you're making an accusation. Pretend to be a lawyer. Yeah, I'm not pretending to be a lawyer. I'm pretending to be a human being trying to defend rights and civilization, idiot. White trash. Okay, that's a great line. I'm too white trash to become a lawyer. I think that's another stupid accusation to be making in a video, moron. Especially when you're being sued for making stupid accusations. Too fucking stupid. So saying somebody's too fucking stupid is a lot different than calling somebody a fucktard or an idiot, right? Too fucking stupid is okay, but fucktard and idiot aren't okay. So that's your standards, right? And people are saying my standards are fucked up. No, I think your standards are really silly. The fact that the crime, it did happen in Mexico, you idiot. You're in Mexico, okay? That's why I have to sue in the court the people where they live, because technically the crime happened where they live, even though it happened on YouTube. So, so that's pretty stupid to make the argument that the crime has to happen in Mexico. It did happen in Mexico. All right, white trash again. So you use that one twice. And leave trailer. Oh, another nice statement to be making. Another kind of reckless rhetoric, I think. All right, and so you said I say people are fucktards and cunts and dicks and whatever. Yeah, I do all that. But then you said 3 times that I say I hope people die. It'd be nice for you to be able to justify that statement. Okay, so to point out all the people I've wished death on. That would be interesting for you to verify something, some of your reckless excesses. So defend that one, idiot, asshole, butt brain. Then you go into my employment. So your accusation that I'm unemployed, that I don't like working. Do you have any evidence for that? I mean, because certainly in court I'll demonstrate that I do plenty of work. I don't file great tax returns, but I have plenty of verifiable work to demonstrate that I don't waste my time disliking work. Wants to make a quick buck. Well, you're going to have to defend that with something too, because what I'll be able to prove is that I don't even charge people for the work I do. So quick bucks aren't what I'm after. Too lazy to beg. Another great accusation. I don't think you're going to be able to demonstrate any justification for that one either. So whatever. It's just, you know what? You're all this reckless rhetoric. That's all you're full of, is reckless, stupid rhetoric. Your own video, you sit there and posted a clip of Penn and Teller, and they point out to you quite literally, quite explicitly, that you can say something like bastard or asshole or even, butt fucker, but you can't say, liar or lazy or certain specific accusations. So anyway, so I can't sue in Mexico. Mexico won't do this and that, and I'll be out of luck. No, what'll happen is YouTube will be out of luck. Because if I get the court to basically find you guilty in absentia, to make a determination that you did violate my rights in my American rights, and if a Mexican court won't respect that decision, well then YouTube's going to have to hold the ball for it then. Okay, and they're going to have to they're either going to have to co-sign, the request of the Mexican justice system to do what's necessary to protect people's rights. Okay, they're either going to have to get Mexico to do that, or else they're going to be stuck holding the ball. And then what they're going to have to do, they're going to have to decide whether it's worth doing business with Mexico. So maybe all the Mexicans won't be able to do business on YouTube anymore, because there'll be a liability to YouTube. Because of your stupid, idiotic excesses, because you can't restrain your scientific mind from saying moronic and idiotic things. Okay, dumbass, have never went to school, another great accusation. So you're not going to be able to defend again. And so you say, quit beating a dead horse. Well, I think you're the one beating a dead horse. What I'm doing is I'm beating horses' asses, okay, because that's what you people are. You're horses' asses. And, I'm beating your asses. So anyway, and again, with this whole free speech talk, this is YouTube. It's a moderated environment already. You don't have free speech here. You have corporate speech here. I think it really should have our constitutional rights protected, and that might end up being an issue in this whole case. Who knows? It might come down to that in the end. All right, so then there's 2 other comments I want to get to, 2 other people. Remember, YouTube is an American corporation, okay? It's got a charter, it's got an allegiance to the American Constitution. It's got to protect American citizens' rights first. That's its obligation as a corporation. It's incorporated in this country, not in Mexico, not internationally, in this country. So it has a duty to the people of the United States of America. So anyway, that stupid rose bushy guy, so he made some comment calling me a wanker. This coming from the little fanny packy atheist, silly man. Community. He says we have such a thriving community. Yeah, community can't do shit. I mean, we this atheist community, come on, we couldn't agree that the alphabet starts with the letter A. It's a useless community, a community of nothing. It's a joke. But anyway, and you're the biggest part of the joke, because it's the duplicitous hypocrites like yourself that just make atheists look like assholes. Alright, N.D. Clark said, yeah, I'm over the deep end. And he says, I can't sue somebody in another country. Well, look, Andy, it happens all the fucking time. Okay, you don't see full-length movies on the internet, right? Because some Chinese guy can just do it. No, because companies can stop them, because they can sue them, because there are laws, and people can eventually impose those laws. Okay, and companies that operate in this country can be obliged to toe the fucking line. They can be forced to say they're not going to do business with a foreign country that's going to put them at risk, and that's really the game. You have to really use the law in your country to keep the businesses in your country devoted to the principles that the people of your country believe in, and that's what I intend to do. And it might take 3 years, but that's the course we're on.
So fuck you all suck. You just prove yourself grotesque hypocrites. I mean, really, white trash. Come on. Oh, I mean, you couldn't. I mean, there's nothing more. And this is coming from people who talk about how we need the freedom to be white only, and the little anarchist Croatians. I mean, what a joke.